Hey everyone, so this is how to rotate tires on a 2019 Honda Insight. So first things first, 3/4 inch bolt right here. I typically loosen them right on the ground. So you go, crack all these bolts loose. I just finished that. I've got some car jacks here, and now we're gonna lift the car up. Of course, you wanna make sure your car is on a level surface. If you've got a driveway, that's always a great spot to do it. Sometimes people do them in parking lots. I'm doing them in my yard here. Because I'm on grass, I've got this little car jack here. It doesn't have a big space, so I'm using this block of wood to kind of disperse the weight. Now underneath, there's a nice strip here. It's actually right here. It's a part of the frame here. And I take my jack and put that right up there so it kind of locks it into place and it holds it nice and good. Forgive me, this jack is not that great, so it's a good workout. I've also got a block under the back wheel. Some people can put their e-brakes on when they lift the car. Just make sure the car doesn't roll. Now I've got the car totally lifted up here. This jack isn't amazingly safe, so I'm going to take this car jack and place it underneath right next to it. And now once I've got that done, I'll take this front wheel off. Okay, got my car jack under here. Now I'm going to take this off. I already loosened all the bolts on the ground, so hopefully I've got enough strength to get them out. This is I'm using a 3/4. I guess what's the equivalent, 18 millimeter. Some people like to use all metric. But yeah, just loosen all the bolts, take them all off. There we go. Now that all the lug nuts are off, wheel should come right out. These are Michelin Cross Climates. They're not stock tires. I've had a good bit of miles on my regular tires, and I actually didn't rotate them enough, so I had to get some new ones a little early. But if you rotate your tires typically every oil change, it should work out just fine. Okay, now I got the back wheel lifted up here. My tires, if you can see, are not symmetrical front to back, so I can't actually flip them around to the other side. So I rotate by putting the front wheel to the back and the back wheel to the front. Same process as the front here. And of course I didn't put my parking brake on. Parking brake's on, and that just keeps this back wheel from turning on me. I put on a little extender here, and that just prevents me from scuffing the paint. Forgive my poor camera work here. That one doesn't want to go. Got it. The important thing when you do this, typically don't push the car around too much. You don't want it to, wobble. You don't want it to wobble too much. It's on car jacks here and here, so you shouldn't have an issue, but you can never be too careful. So at this point, we're ready to put our now rotated tire back on, right? We've got one right there, and this one was previously on the front. So we're gonna lift this into place and put it on with a couple lug nuts. Now I've got the wheel back on. I had to do some brake work earlier, so now that that's all done, I'm gonna take these lugs, put them back on. Like I said, 3/4 lugs, and be careful. They're softer than you think. I've worn out some of these corners over the years. Be careful. And remember, you always start these by hand. You don't want to put them on and have them strip. These have been pretty good to me, but just one of those common tricks that sometimes goes unsaid, There we go. Now with these tires, well, common practice is you don't tighten these all the way up while the car's in the air. You want to wait till it's on the ground to give it that final good and tight. Just a light tighten on all of these, and then we'll tighten them down for good once the wheel's on the ground. Slowly lift that jack up until my jack stand will come out here. And you never want to rush it. You always want to do it nice and easy, couple turns at a time. And there we go. It's our jack stand out. And now we will, nice and easy, lower the car down. And our one wheels touch the ground, but we got to go all the way to get this jack out. And once that, usually you'll feel the tension on the jack get a lot easier. And there we go. And last thing on tire rotation, quick bonus. When you tighten for the final time, instead of tightening in either a clockwise or a counterclockwise direction, you want to go in a cross pattern. And what that does is it gets an even tighten on your tire. You don't have one that's too tight and then the other ones make it stuck at like an angle. It gives an even secure fit. And that is how to rotate your tires on a 2019 Honda Insight. Thank you guys. Bye.